but do I want to that building? That is definitely going to be the intro of this video. Class, against my better judgment, I am back to hear you out. Why can't I quit you? Hear me out, so you know them, you love them. Maybe a little too much, you little freaks. But since Halloween cometh, I decided to ask which scary characters make you I can't finish that sentence, I'm gonna get demonetized. You get the joke, you get the joke. I asked the audience, and boy, did you deliver. And yet again, I took the liberty to grade them myself. Hi, I'm Professor Blake. A lot of y'all think my name is Jake. It's not. Well, at least we've already established that I'm gay, so that's a start. And once again, I would like to thank friend of the channel, Louise, for curating a list based on your responses so I can react to them blindly. And fearfully based on the previous videos, so we'll see what happens. But enough banter, let's get started. Tastes like gay little ghost brains, I love it. All right, starting off with number 1, the thing from Addams Family. I knew. It's the pagan holiday, so why wouldn't they be little pagans? Now you may think I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit on this. And I will. You're only getting handies. You're only getting handies the rest of your life. Is that really what you want? You are not showing the judges versatility in this. Although that being said, that limp wrist is thick and hairy, so mayhaps I could partaketh in a singular thing for the rest of my life. Ooh. What led me to these choices in life? I will say, I do appreciate the absolute atrophy of the wrist muscles in the first image. He's very much saying, that is where I keep my poppers, baby. And don't think I don't see your little bedazzled box, Mr. Sentient Gay Boy hand. But yeah, the hand having a foot fetish in the second one, first of all, comedy. I will say that is camp. Second of all, though, I can't believe that we are kink shaming a sentient hand in the Big 25. Like, if I told you that that's what this year would become, would you believe me? Don't answer that question. I know the answer is yes. So yeah, it's freaky, but I don't know if it's gonna be like groundbreakingly freaky. I just remembered a second option of what you could do with this hand. Never mind. So it's more versatile than I thought, so I'm going to give it a tasteful B. All right, who have we got next? Twink Jack Skellington, Scully J. Graves from Twisted Wonderland. Whew, this just said, hey, let's give the character designer crack right before their session. He is the first character in all of Twist to have a blushing expression, and not only that, he kisses the main characters, especially with you receiving multiple kisses from him. Was that sentence supposed to mean anything to me? I have a Roth IRA, okay? I unfortunately feel that I'm going to have to age myself here because I just don't get this. It's just a twink. It's just a twink. Like, what am I supposed to hear out? If I wanted to hear out this take, I would just go to the Instagram comment section of any twink wearing a Speedo. You will find a plethora of recent divorcee 45-year-old men who just came out. It's a really, really big problem. It actually happens all the time. I'm sure I'm missing something here. I'm sure there's a scene where he, like, I don't know, lapses or something like that. I probably shouldn't put that in the video. But from what I'm getting from this alone, I'm bored. So yeah, sorry, Twink, F tier, yawn. Probably made a bunch of enemies from the jump. Let's go, Diva. All right, next up is, ooh! Speaking of Diva! Aunt Gladys from Weapons. That's what I want to hear. That's my topical babies right there. We are staying cultural up in this. When I tell you, this woman could have chose any wig in the world, and she said, I'm gonna be a little redhead. Ate that. Like, everything she does is camp, okay? For starters, making those kids beeline out of those houses. Comedy. Second, the way she queened out about those gay boys' house before ending their lives. HGTV wishes. Down to the way she was taken from this earth, being torn apart by middle schoolers. A very constant fear of my own, if I'm being honest. Easiest day of my life. I see you little gay people in my comment section, and I applaud you. All right, who's up next? The House from Monster House. I mean, he's got a pretty sizable mouth on him, I will say that. Is the house a he? It's like an object. Maybe they, them. Maybe a they, them. Spooky for Republicans. Wait, doesn't Monster House also have like that gay jock? Which, if we're talking about Hear Me Out, I would, wait. Okay, cool. If we're talking about Hear Me Outs, oh, I'm gonna climb that like a tree. But besides the point, the sexy house, I will say, a very inviting mouth. A little toothy for my liking, but I'm pretty sure that he could work around that. He's been around a long time. He knows how to avoid the chompers. Like you made the house non-binary. Respect the pronouns you gave them. Because I do see a softness in the window eyes that say that my dad wasn't very nice to me, but that does make me a very good lover. So yeah, I feel like this is a proof is in the pudding situation where I'm gonna have to test the waters a little bit. So I'm going to play it safe and say C. All right, who's up next? Oh, Jack from Animal Crossing. Oh, my Tinder queers in my audience have made themselves known. Stand up, my little Tumblr obsessed cinnamon rolls. This is your moment. Okay, I don't want to sound like the biggest prude in the world, but I am praying that this is a choice from one of my asexual rat followers, because looking at this second image, if you want to do anything more than patty cake with this thing, I'm concerned. Like, I get it, every character in Animal Crossing is timeless and above the table and it's like fine, perfectly legal, blah, blah. But you're telling me that you saw this little cutie patoot and you said, raw next question? prison. So I'm giving this benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it a C because I think that while half of you were saying this in an asexual rat way, lovingly, loving little asexual rats, I think the other half is saying it in a war criminal sort of way, and I can't condone that. Hello, my divas. I'd just like to take a quick second to thank the sponsor of this video, Uncommon Goods. Uncommon Goods is a curated online marketplace known for original, handmade, and meaningful gifts. They partner with independent artists and small businesses to provide a wide variety of high quality, often customizable products that stand out from traditional retail. And with holiday season very quickly approaching, what better time to look for something unique for your loved ones that you normally wouldn't find in your local stores? For example, I have a very good friend in my life who loves cats. So I got them these little kitty measuring spoons and these handmade kitty desk pets. Unfortunately, that means I will not be allowed to name the kitties since they will not be mine, but I am really gonna vouch for this one to be named Tiffany. Like, this just is a Tiffany, right? And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 back to a nonprofit of your choice. To date, they have donated over $3 million. Giving Queen. On a personal note, full transparency, I love getting sponsors like this. It's cute gifts, you help small businesses, and it supports nonprofits. Truly a holiday miracle. So Diva, go ahead and get some of that holiday shopping done early. Use the link in my description to visit Uncommon Goods and get 15% off your next gift. Thank you again so much to Uncommon Goods for your sponsorship. Now let's get back to the video. All right, next up, the boiled one from the boiled one phenomenon. You know what? Wrap it up. Bring the rapture. Bring the rapture. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve Earth anymore. It's fine. Bring it. There is no way. There is no way that you meant this. There is no way you're saying this with your chest. I will not kink shame, but I will kink deny. What? In what world? In what world? Although, based on the second image, he is given a little hip. He said, I will destroy everything. The wrath of Beelzebub could not stop me. Anyway, bam! I will say, upon further inspection, maybe with a little bit more of a foundation, maybe a little bit less use of Adderall, like those eyes are popping, I think we can maybe make something work here. I think I'm kind of feeling the fantasy, the boiled fantasy, the fantasy. Now, my only question is, where is its boilacy? How are we actually making this work? If I'm gonna hear you out, I need to also kind of see you out because I'm not visioning this very well. So yeah, until I see what this thing exactly is popping in the club and where that thing might be on its anatomy, I'm going to give it a tasteful C. All right, who's up next? Killer Donuts from Attack of the Killer Donuts. I think I'm starting to see why the right wing hates us. Also, what is this first image? Why is this giving girl on the couch with 5 guys behind her? What's happening? Also, I love how it is not any particular killer donut. It is all of the killer donuts. They said, I'm a who cares? You can't shame me. It's 2025. And they're right. I do applaud that. I will say it does look like its entire offense comes from mouth-related attacks.
Can you eat like that?
I will say, I do appreciate the sexual tension of this second image between these two donuts. Definitely lesbians, am I right? Like, I would say I wish a man would look at me like this, but I just know there's not a man out there that can. I just know they don't have it within them to look at me like these donuts look at each other. I also hope I don't get in trouble for this particular donut on screen because it's given a little bit Magic School Bus.
Girl, that's a booty house.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't mean to yuck your yum, but I just like one donut I can mentally handle. This entire cacophony of them, that's like a lot. I'm tired. I don't even like that with humans. Like, that's just, it's too much. It's too competitive in my mind. So I'm gonna say D. D for donut. Invite me to the donut orgy. Getting ad revenue for saying something like that honestly does feel like a crime sometimes, I'm gonna be honest. All right, who's up? Jack and Stein from Deltarune. Jack and Stein, I hardly know Stein. Although if Stein looks like Steve Kornacki, no introductions needed, let's go, baby. Okay, so 2 things immediately come to mind. First, those. Second, that. Why did the creators of Deltarune say, we only have a limited amount of pixels we can put on screen per character, but we are going to reserve 1,500 of those pixels for Jack and Stein's big fat ass? I mean, I'm a simple man. Y'all know this by now. It's a large man, so I'm in. I'm in. End of sentence. Although I will keep talking. I need you to have sex with me. Like that vein on that hand, he is gripping you for dear life when it starts. But he's also kind and shy. Oh! Ow! Gentle giant, that is my man. Look at the calves even. Like, he can sit on that thing. You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. I'm just going to put him in A and we're going to carry on. I love being employed. Ooh. All right, who's up next? The Spirit Halloween. 'Tis the season to be degenerates. Let's go. This is what I'm trying to play today, baby. Let's go. We are cooking with gas. Listen, a venture capitalist, if I've ever seen one, if I didn't use my own closet for a certain amount of days, I'm sure I would come home, see that sign above it, and see a bunch of people in there shopping for the copyright safe costume midweek. This is a real image, by the way. I also think that this second image is exactly what certain politicians think that teachers look like that they send their kids to. They're like, ooh, be trans, read 1984. So from one teacher to another, A, baby, you get an A. All right, who is up? Death Barber Chair from Sweeney Todd. All right, my little gay people, who did this? Who did this? Demon Barber of Fleet Street, more like Meat Street, am I right, ladies? Okay, you know what? Cut the jokes. Why do you want to fuck a chair? I guess truly anything to get a gig, my BFA weaponizers, am I right? I will say I do kind of appreciate that narrative, right? I feel like it's like if the casting couch had a nicotine addiction. It's kind of like if JD Vance were a casting director. It's like, you want to get this role? You better that chair. And I gotta say, there's probably at least 100 thirsty twinks in a mile radius from me as I say this sentence who are wearing jazz flats ready to take on this role, and they will do it in a heartbeat. They will that chair. And I mean, they've definitely done worse. Have you ever heard of a high school outreach tour? Worse than hell. 9th ring of hell minimum. So yeah, I'm gonna give these theater twinks a break because they've earned it, I think. It's the holidays. B. All right, who do we have next? 2 from Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Is 2 like his government name, or what are we working with here? Okay, to 2's credit, T. Yana Dupree, Eleganza, Tongue Pop, etc., gay things. But here's the thing. What is the size of the halo, and what is the size of the little peg on the bottom? One of these has to fit something, or we're not having a good time. And I gotta say, the singular bloody tear coming from the eye, a little dramatic. I don't think this is somebody that could have like a casual hookup with. I'm pretty sure that like the stakes are high. So purely for practicality purposes, D, I'm so sorry. All right, who's it next? Lady Glitter Sparkles from the Trolls movie. Is this what they think gay people look like? Is this why we get treated the way we do? I gotta be completely honest. The pronouns journey that this thing has probably went on would make the Odyssey look like a kiddie book. That being said, Miss Thing landed in the right spot. That wig is eating. She said, human hair, bob, primary colors, your fave could never. Oh, and the heels. You know she hits a split like no one's business. Like that is a coochie slammer of a split. I gotta be honest, I was a little hesitant at first, but that is truly a mother. I'm sorry, A. I'm giving a diva her praise when she deserves it. All right, who is up next? Mothman. I kind of get it. Like sure, menacing wings, predatory posture, eyes that look directly into your soul. But he's got great legs. Like, I don't know, if this thing showed up on the first date with a bouquet for me, I'm gonna give him the second date. Sue me. And this second image has abs and a hairy chest. Like, check, I'm done, I'm good. What's your boyfriend doing? He probably doesn't even have his LinkedIn updated. So yeah, call me easy breezy beautiful cover girl, but I'm giving this A, baby. All right, who have we got? Summer Ween Trickster, Gravity Falls. Ween Trickster sounds like my nickname in college. Ooh, hoo, hoo. What am I saying? I was a virgin through all of college. And that just makes sense, right? Like, doesn't that just explain everything? The worm face is admittedly concerning. Like, God, dear God, I am so happy that I'm gay because I would never pass the girlfriend test of would you still love me if I was a worm? Because I would say no immediately. I wouldn't stay with you if your credit score was too low. If you were a worm, so yeah, admittedly that does knock a few points off of your score. I'm so sorry, Summer Ween Trickster B. All right, who we got next? Benny from Halloween Town. Once again, the BFA having twinks have to find a second job for income. Listen, Benny walks so your musical theater twink Uber Eats driver could fly. And I gotta say, based on that bone structure, that was a man. That jawline, ooh, glass cutting, baby. Like, sorry to take the low-hanging fruit, but we're boning Benny. We're boning Benny. And let me tell you something, Benny is a class act, okay? Like, he's just a skeleton. We all know what it looks like anyway, but he's still wearing clothes. He's still wearing clothes. Checkmate thirst trap TikTokers, okay? You will never have a fraction of what Benny has, okay? Grow up. Like, you think Benny would be one of those cooking influencers on TikTok that basically like fucks a piece of meat before he cooks it? Absolutely not. So yeah, Benny, for the sake of culture, honestly, I'm putting you an A. All right, who is next? Funtime Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, if you're gonna pick one, I guess at least you pick the cunty one. This second image though, guys, take your girlfriend swimming on the first date. God, I feel like I just got a Rainbow Six Siege membership just for saying that. So I'm not well versed in FNAF lore because I was born in 1994, but is it called Funtime Foxy for that reason? Does Five Nights at Freddy's take a psychosexual twist by like the third or fourth game? Is that what this is about? Do the kids long for their own salt burn? Do the kids yearn for their innocent story turning incredibly dark? Also to Fox News, before you take this out of context, here's my audience demographics. This was a joke. Most of my audience is not children. Love that I lived long enough to see cancel culture go to the right side instead now. What a world! So yeah, but I also don't want to get sold. So, C. All right, who is up? Red guy from Don't Hug Me, I'm scared. Oh God, his mouth. It was great before the mouth. It was great before the mouth. I mean, he's tall, redhead, a rarity, eyes looking in different directions, a true himbo. But God, the teeth with no lips on top of them. God, we get it, you're white. Although I guess there must be something to that mouth because everybody I know who has this particular smile is married by 25 at the absolute latest. So there's gotta be something in the water there. So this might be a situation of like, keep the face weave constantly in front. But if we can do that, I think we can make this work. B. All right, who's up next? Crow Mauler from Fear and Hunger. I said what I said. Listen, call me LeSeraphim because baby, I'm easy. When you have a torso like that, I don't care what your head looks like. I don't care what one of your arms look like. You have another hand. That's all we need. Those loose-fitting pants too. Oh, you know he was a frat guy. You know he's piping down. Is he probably terrifying in the game? Absolutely. Is he 6'4"? Is he 6'4"? That's the more important question. Look, sorry that your favorite little yapper on YouTube, that's probably pretty bold of me to say, I'm probably not your favorite, is meeting a couple stereotypes, okay? Sorry that I see a torso like that, and it's like jingling keys in front of a baby. I am kicking my feet, I am clapping my hands, I am giggling, ha ha, he, until the cows come home. Sure, the character designers just said we put a crow on Chris Evans' head and took his shirt off. I think I've made my case. A. All right, who is next? The cat from K-pop Demon. Oh my God, what the is this? No, that's not the full image. I needed the mic so you could hear the silence that is coming from me. Although devious as that image may be, it once again does have a beautiful torso. But fan art aside, to the credit of the cat, it is very himbo-ish, I will give it that. Although the crow does seem to be kind of dumb with its ass, you know? Like, I feel like this cat is not giving you a good time long term. So I feel like marriage material, probably not. But this second image cat, he's getting a night. He's getting a night. God, do you remember when I used to fight furry allegations? So yeah, fan art A, cat C. I'm gonna meet in the middle and say B. All right, next up is Nowhere King from Centaur World. I don't know how to say anything in response to this without getting Republican accusations. Like, sure, you're valid, but you can only be so valid, okay? Like, if I give you this inch, it's gonna be like if you give a mouse a cookie. If I give you this, what will you throw at me next? Although that being said, second image looks like he holds a PhD in literature, and I gotta tell you, read me a bedtime story any single night, sir. I'm down. I'm so eepy all of a sudden, ooh. And a beautiful full head of hair. More than I can say for myself. Turkey! See you soon, maybe, baby. Again, I don't want to kink shame, but I'm a little kink thrown off. I call me a prude. Like, you throw a spider thorax in there, I'm not feeling it. I'm oogie. It's oogie. Although, why does this horse in this image not give a f? He's like, God, if I had a nickel. So yeah, again, I don't want to catch the male podcaster accusations, but I feel like for the first image, I gotta give it an F. I'm sorry. Although, admittedly, I do now have a podcast, so maybe that's rubbing off on me. And that's why I think women... All right, who is up next? A 17,000th new kink I wasn't aware of has hit the Blake Jennings YouTube channel. Gothic architecture. Just say your best friend was your English teacher in high school. Like, let's wrap it up, okay? Like, we get it. You read one book on pose works and called it a day. Now you put on a purple lip every single day and make it everybody else's problem. Kind of I will give you that. Now, to your credit, Gothic architecture eats, but do I want to fuck that building? That is definitely going to be the intro of this video. I will say these little side thingies over here in the second image are very much giving like a burlesque leg. It's like, ooh. Like, to their credit, a very prime example of Gothic architecture is Notre Dame. And Notre Dame, I would say, is the sugar baby of the buildings. Like, Notre Dame really did say, oh no, I burned down. Could I please have $1 billion? And they did it. And they did it in like a day. And there were a lot of people that disagreed with that, and they thought that the money could go to better causes. And I don't disagree with that, but I will say I aspire to this level of getting that bag. You work, diva. So you know what? I was being a bit of a hard ass about this, but upon further inspection, I'm gonna give this a B. B for building. Ooh. Innovative comedy, that's what you follow me for. The top-notch jokes, baby. All right, next up we have Affogato Cookie from Super Mario. Just kidding, it's Cookie Run Kingdom again. Even Louis said, we're tired. Imagine how tired we are, Cookie Run Kingdom fandom. That being said, Cookie Run Kingdom for this diva. Oh my God. She said, I may have a swoop bang, but I worked too f***ing long on this eyeliner for you to not see it. The eye is going in front of the hair. Also, a lady who puts her hair in a bun and loves the color purple. Lesbian. Wait, never mind. This is a cookie character and its colors are white, purple, and black. I know what you are. She's kind of giving that one evil diva from Power Rangers who was like, I may suck at my job, but I will serve every single time I show up on that screen and you will eat it up. And she was right, I ate it up every single time. I was such a little gay boy and I had no idea till I was 13. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this encouragement is probably like putting a vape in the hands of a nicotine addict, but I'm still gonna give it an A. I can't deny the attitude. All right, next up is Lady Dimitrescu Dragon Form from Resident Evil Village. She was right there. She was right there and you chose the dragon. I suppose this is my fault. I expressed an opinion online sincerely, and I've paid for it ever since. I said that I don't understand dragon f***ers. I will never understand dragon f***ers. Logistically speaking, it simply does not work. And nevertheless, they show up in spades every time to defend their honor. And there's passion there. Credit where credit is due, there is passion there, but I will never get it. Like, you're telling me that you looked big booby mommy in the face and you said, not really for me. That's not really what my palate is for. I have a more refined flavor. Could I take the dragon option, please? Seek help. Go to therapy. You know what? Actually, never mind. Your therapist would never understand this. Lobotomize yourself. So I don't get it, but I'm getting doxxed if I put this in F, so I'm just gonna say D. Are you happy? Can we at least go with that? Please give me this. It's the holidays. All right, who is up next? Biblically accurate angels. Okay, so in hindsight, maybe dragons aren't so bad. Are you happy? You've made the video. Congratulations. You did it. And now follow through. That angel. Do it. Do it, I dare you. Do it, I dare you. Do it, I dare you. I fear we are reaching critical levels of, ooh, I'm so quirky, I'm so crazy, can't take me anywhere. Like, there's no way. Like, what are you getting out of this? Butterfly kisses from its thousands of eyes on its body? That's all you get. Will you get a tasteful conversation? No mouth. No mouth. No mouth. Also, apparently, if this is the drawing that represents it, you get some freaky ass baby in the middle too. So I don't know if you're ready for that kind of commitment. Like, a baby's already a big responsibility, but a freak baby? A freak deity baby? That's at least a $100,000 a year investment. Now, I will say this second image can hang. That is Diva. She is Our Lady of Perpetual Poppin' That Pussy. So while I fear, end of sentence. I do have to give credit where credit is due, and Mother is mothering in that second image, so happy medium C. All right, who is up next? The Headless Horseman. Oh, a comment, okay. The Headless Horseman, I'll give him what he's missing. I fear that my YouTube channel is a net negative on society. I think I've caused this. Not to quote this, Louis. They know they ate. They know they ate with that comment. The horse saw that comment too. It said, oh, go to church. I will say, Headless Horseman is kind of built though, to his credit. And in theory, he doesn't need a mouth. He's still got a trachea. I was repulsed by that. I'm so sorry. And he is wearing a cape. I don't think I have to worry about him being on my team. He said, I do not have a head, but I am still going to wear a scarf. They are going to know I'm gay. So yeah, you make a fair point. Headless Horseman, not while I'm around. All right, next up. Oh, a mother has entered the villa. Other mother from Coraline. Both forms are queen, mother, ma'am, tongue pop, death drop, RuPaul's Drag Race, tax evasion, all the gay terms. Form 1, asymmetrical hairstyle. End of sentence. Form 2, couldn't find her waistline if it was on a map. Also, like Aunt Gladys, there is something inherently mother about destroying the lives of children in movies. In movies, not in real life. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that this diva knew that the quickest route to a gay man's heart is an insatiable bloodlust and a red lip. So, A. All right, who's next? The Sandworm from Beetlejuice. Fellas, what's gayer? Being gay or suggesting the sandworm from Beetlejuice to a Blake Jennings YouTube channel for Hear Me Out? I feel like my viewers have like this instinctive calling to find a way to sneak vor into every one of my Hear Me Out videos, and so far I think they've succeeded. But I gotta be honest, this one inside the mouth is me when I saw what Alec Baldwin looked like in this movie. I would do illegal things to be anywhere near this man. So this does give me very positive imagery, but not for the reasons I think that was intended. So while I am not going to kink shame, I simply refuse to kink encourage on this one. So I'm going to say deep. Sorry. All right, next up. Ooh, Plague Doctor. Ooh. They said medical license would make it Y'all, I simply cannot get over the fact that like every time an era was like really not accepting of gay people, everyone was so gay. Like you're telling me that this diva said, yeah, I have to go treat this like horrible disease, but first, can I get a fully color coordinated outfit and can it be corseted? Also that wrist, dear God, they are holding that lamp in a way that says, I spend at least $1,500 a year at H&M. Also the second image, me when men. I will say though, I feel like the aesthetic is like, this is a gay boy, but like for Fujoshis, you know what I mean? Like this is the aesthetic that shows up when lesbians write fan fiction about gay men. If you have to ask for clarification, you wouldn't get it. So yeah, honestly, I think love wins, A. All right, Scarecrow from the new Batman Adventures. I mean, he's tall and wide. You're already going into a knife fight with a gun. I will say the hat and hair combo is giving a little bit like Milady, or McGady in my case. The noose around the neck is giving a little bit Gen Z nihilist, so maybe he's a little younger than he looks. Again though, I think it's gonna be toothy and I don't think he's gonna be open to constructive criticism. I like his coat though. It's not a for sure thing that there's a high yield saving somewhere in here, but there are signs. So I don't know, there's pros and cons, so I'm gonna, once again, I think C is gonna be the safe option for this. Although he is kind of built like Adam Driver. B, feels right, B. All right, next up. Beholder from Dungeons and Dragons. Everybody's so creative. I will once again say that I just do not think y'all are giving teeth enough consideration when putting these suggestions in. Like little Lefty Lucy over here, that is a death trap, baby. That is a eunuch in training. And Miss Diva on the right over here doesn't even know what La Roche-Posay is. Oh my God, that skin is chapped, Diva. Now the one in the middle does have a glare that feels very driven. I do feel like this is somebody that would not settle for VP of their company. I feel like they are going for CEO one day. And that's attractive. It is kind of giving one-eyed, one-horn flying purple ass eater. That's lyrics, right? And I guess we could put that into consideration. Maybe that's the glare. Maybe he saw booty and he's like, I'm in, I got some booty coming. Really, they're kind of all three giving the reaction that they just saw booty, and they're giving different levels of excitement. Like Ratty's saying booty, and then middle saying booty, and then left is saying booty! And really all three of those I would take as a very high compliment. So you know what? F it, it's Halloween. We're giving it A. Why not? Oh, it appears we have a bonus. Rosé in her best drag. Luis Rosé is a real person. Rosé could potentially see this. A, I do not want to preemptively burn bridges. Rosé, if you want to be a part of this channel, call me. Now, we do have 10 left, but I decided to make a fun little twist to this to very selfishly get more people to watch my streams. So I went on to twitch.tv/JakeBlennings and Blake Jennings Live, my YouTube live streaming channel, and decided to take some suggestions live. Let's have a real class session. All right, class is in session. I hope you're having a lovely day because we're about to make it a lot kinkier. Now, time for roll call. First, teacher, Professor Blake, knower of all good things. Here. Twitch chat, are we here? I don't want to hear any of that present shit. I don't want any suck-ups, all right? Just say here. Just say here. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Here's our here's. YouTube, are we here? That's my here babies. That's my here babies. All right. All right. To begin, we will be going with our first suggestions. Bernice from the webtoon Nevermore. Oh, this diva. All right. Let's begin. Class, discuss. First of all, women. Correct. I think it's given that it's giving pussy, but it's also giving thussy, pussy, stussy, and shussy. Kind of iconic if you think about it. Also, what is she saying here? Why is this blurred? What slurs did you say? You know what? I'm gonna think that she's saying something like, donate to charity. Have fun with puppies. The end. That is like the original ass Bob. This was like the flapper Bob. She said, I'm sneaking some alcohol on the side with my girls, and I'm maybe doing quaaludes too. And you know what? That's girlhood. But yeah, class, what are we thinking? I should ask the class. Like, she has a mouth though, so you give her an A. With that being said, we have our first A. You better work, mother. All right, next! Ghost face. All right, all right. I used to say before that this was pretty basic because I was like, anybody can hold a knife, anybody can put on a mask, whatever, this is pretty basic. That being said, I watched the movie. Those are two little gay boys. That is little gay boy 45. That is two little gay boys. That's the little gay boy 90 because there's two of them. Little gay boy 45. Little gay boy 45. They said we are going to be murderers, but we were going to be murderers in like a Trevor Project kind of way. You know what I mean? To have that level of like, I decided to murder all my friends just because I felt like it. I'm just saying you don't see a straight boy doing that. You don't see a straight boy doing that with that kind of camp factor to it, you know? A straight guy could do it. A straight guy been known to do it, actually, but not to this level of theatricality. The mouth, very inviting. He's like, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready 24/7, 365, particularly Halloween. But is that enough? Is he wanting it too much? I'm gonna listen to my heart on this one. I think this is safe, but also strong. So I think, I'm gonna say B. I think this is B worthy. Our next suggestion, the Xenomorph specifically, from Dead by Daylight. I did not understand until recently that they, buffed her ass. They have given her cake. They have bestowed upon her cheeks. She showed up to Dead by Daylight clapping that thing. And I do really appreciate the fact that she said, I don't care if you hear the clap of my ass cheeks coming before you even see me, because I can still kill you. Immediate A, I would. All right. This is giving eel. You better. I love my chat. So we discussed the ass. I think we've discussed a little bit her ability to take somebody the fuck out. Very iconic. Discuss the tongue. Right, okay. So we do need to discuss the tongue because like that is a mother who eats with her tongue. She has a second mouth. Lesbians make some noise. The impreg fetish they have a bit icky. Does Xenomorph lady have an impreg fetish? Can we elaborate on this, please? Look up face huggers, Blake. Okay. I don't care about my internet browser history. I mean, listen, I can't exactly blame them. If I saw Human Shrek, I'd be doing exactly this thing. I would be clawing onto that face. So I kind of get it. The face huggers do impregnate men. Ally. They said men can get pregnant. Trans inclusive. All the more reason to love this diva. All the more reason to love this diva. We're gonna put her up an A, but as she goes up, we're gonna hear that clap, 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 clap of her ass cheeks. Y'all are cowards. Time for a real problematic, hear me out. The Batman who laughs? Okay, so my initial thoughts. This is just a twink every Thursday in LA. In West Hollywood, you're going to see a twink in this exact situation. Chained up, blindfolded, skinny. It is his only personality, but it does pull dozens upon dozens of 50-year-old sex pests. He said, I don't need to read. I don't need to be media literate. I don't need to have a hobby. I have a 14-inch waist and I have a lot of preparation H. So I'm good. I know, horny gel immediately for me. You get what you get when you come to a Blake stream, you know? But you guys are just like throwing the good ones in here. I don't know. A, baby. I think A all the way. B. Torres Mendez, AKA the big cheese from Resident Evil 4. Okay. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. My pussy just fell off. Oh, he has money. Look at this absolute unit. I'm sorry. Look at this unit. Like, he is stealing from the church. And if it's a bad church, honestly, that's praxis. He's stealing from his corrupt church and spending it on me for a vacay. Like, we're going on that Carnival cruise. He's gonna be covered up. He's gonna be staying inside. I get to do whatever I want. Kiss another big man. I don't care. I'm not jealous. Whatever. I'm literally stealing from my own church. So, like, you could out that. And so, like, what choice do I have but to let you do whatever the hell you want? That's my man. That's my man, and he's gonna treat me right. Our God is an awesome God, he reigns. Because he brought me this man. Blake, don't admit that on live. Is this not Pookie for everybody else? I feel like this is Pookie for me, but is this simply not Pookie for everybody else? Literally just a homeless church father, Blake. I don't know about that. I could at least get a single Carnival cruise from this medal. Don't tell me that I can't. Do you think I can't live my dream off that medal? Grow up. All right, fine. I will separate myself from the situation. I will be the good person. I'll put it in C. Head spider from the thing. All right. There's no way this, okay. It's not that I'm kink shaming. It's that I kink doubt. It's giving Elon. Right. I appreciate the reverse lobotomy that is going on. I will say, I like the hairline. I'm doing my best, y'all. I'm fighting for my life right now to try to not kink shame online. I'm kink watching from afar, right? I'm sort of like, hey, should we unpack this? That's kind of where I'm at right now. We were doing so well, right? Oh no, it's an upside down head. Diva, you and I both know that is the least concerning part of this image. Whoever suggested this, I have to assume you're either joking or asexual. Welcome to my world with these suggestions, chat. F, a riveting suggestion. All right, next we have Bob Belseb from Spooky Moth. So Bob is very much giving me boy next door. Oh, he's a serial killer, chat says. Listen, nobody's perfect. Hannah Montana. Like, he's just silly. Like, he's just quirky. Everybody has a quirk. Your guy probably doesn't pay his taxes on time every single time. Bob murders. He eats people. But does he eat ass? That's the question. If Bob's running straight to me, it's probably gonna be a situation like, oh no, Bob, no, don't eat me. None of us are going to heaven. Bob listens to Claro. And that's all I need. I'm gonna give Bob the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna wait for him to kill somebody while we're in the relationship. So I'm gonna put him in B. Give him a chance. Scylla from Epic the Musical. Got it. Scylla. Pronounce Scylla. Thank you. Sorry. That coochie is feral. That coochie is lethal. That coochie, be coochieing. I think that is what Meryl Streep was going for internally when she filmed for The Devil Wears Prada. It's not blue. It's not lapis lazuli. It's cerulean.
Also, my coochie could kill you.
And that was actually in the script before they cut it. How's your head? Doesn't matter. My coochie's killing you. You want coochie me, Bob? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I'm a whore. So yeah, I think that's another A. Dracula's Brides from Van Helsing. All right. Oh my God, the three genders. I mean, who are these divas? They said, I'm gonna put a contact on and I'm gonna pop some puss today, okay? That's my only two goals. And they succeeded them before 8 a.m. They were ready. They were locked in for this. I mean, middle is breasting boobily, obviously. Left one's given us that little like belly dancer aesthetic, and I really appreciate that as well. She says, I took a class. And then we've got a little redhead on the right. A rare breed. I will say that once again. I will say I would personally be intimidated. It's a lot of It is a lot of per capita. I talk a big game, but then when I'm approached by a real diva, Mommy, scared. Mommy, I'm scared. Mommy, can I go home? I'm scared. I think this is one of the situations, like, you know how the Trojan War started over one woman? I feel like a civil war in America would happen just to make these three women kiss. If we're gonna address the elephant in the room, I mean, we're already pretty close to a civil war. If this were the tipping point, if they went on Fox News and said, we'll kiss if you start a war, they'd do it. I have to earn the A for this. So I'm putting them in B only because I'm not worthy. These divas are S. I'm B. Check out Scott the Werewolf. You guys think I should do a Monster Prom stream at some point? I feel like that'd be a good time. I feel like I've seen a lot of people ask for that. Oh, and I see why you've been asking me for that. I mean, I mean, tip me over and pour me out. I am a little teeny tiny little teapot, short and stout, baby. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. When I get all dick down, hear me shout. Am I right, ladies? Who? He's also stupid? We are the champions, my friends. Man, and look at his forms, they're so big. What do you mean F? Who's putting F in there? Wow, I didn't realize YouTube was a bunch of traitors. Oh, F for furry. Oh, that F. They said, oh no, we're f***ing the werewolf, but you're a furry. Like I have a choice. Hey, baby, howling at that moon. Then he's howling at this moon. Ooh, get it? My ass. Who's up next? Morgana Macabre. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Isn't this the one that Jinx said, like how she realized she's trans was by watching Morgana? Jinx Monsoon saw this duck and said, you know what, I'm a woman. And I get it. This has got to be one of my favorite genders. For sure. Top 5. Easy. Like, I think we're all confused in this Chili's tonight. An interesting point was brought up. There's no nails. Lesbians, stand up. This is your moment. Lesbians, stand up. Make yourselves proud and known. Put those flags in the chat. Let's go, lesbians. Name a woman. For $1, name a woman. That A-list is stacked, but man, Miss Coochie? How could I not give it to Miss Coochie? She's Miss Coochie. That'd just be rude. Abracadabra from Donkey Kong. Oh, who is this diva? Wait, I feel like this is like if you gave a swoop bang to a church lady. Like she's got her little church hat on, she's going to the service, she's throwing ass in the pew, but I think she also agrees with trans rights. She said praise God, but God also does not have a gender. She's gonna say like, that F slur is my friend. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the support where I can get it in 2025. Talk Valentina, ally.
Ally.
This is the English teacher that every little gay boy is obsessed with in high school. She's gonna teach you Catcher in the Rye. She didn't care that it's a banned book. She's going to be like, F it, we're putting it in my class anyway. Everyone just be real cool and don't say anything, all right? Especially you, Chet. I know, I've seen you wear that red hat. I know what you're doing. I'll give you an F without even thinking about it. Try to fire me. I've been working 20 years in this small school. They're not firing me. I'm besties with the principal. We're like this. I know all of his affairs. I can't get fired. So you better shut up, Chet. I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say B. If this were mother tier, S, 100%. Bang ability, I think B is kind. Camazot's from Fate Grand Order. Oh my God. Oh, this is a lot. I'm frightened, but is it in a way where it affects my loins? I mean, listen. She's busy. Whatever this is, you're not doing that on unemployment. Like, this is a job. Whatever this is, it's a job. It's busy, but with an extra S. Like, it's bussy. If you zoom in, I do see a man in there. I spy a man in there. Wait, is chat about to turn on this after they thought that this was a, they're like, oh wait, it's a man, never mind. I thought it was an entity. You said, I was in when I thought it was an aspect of horror, but I draw the line at it being a man. TLDR, he's from an alternative world where he's the king of South America and it's last human and tries to protect the world from an evil alien. He said, hey, I just saved the entire world, come to Brazil. That's more than I would do. I'd give up immediately if I was the only one left. I have a friend whose best advice ever was, hey, if we ever have nuclear fallout, just run to the cloud. Run to the cloud, it's not worth staying. Again, I think the being a man does give it a little bit of a disadvantage, but I think he is still fighting the odds to serve. So B, the Crooked Man from The Conjuring 2. Another twink has entered the villa. This is what a well-read twink at the age of 65 looks like. He's got his spectacles. He definitely calls them spectacles. He's got his dapper outfit. He's got what appears to be a suit diaper. I may be a little poopy pants boy, but I'm also a poopy pants man. So I'm going to make it fashion. Not easy access. Livy. The hat with the holes and the glasses around it is whimsy. I do agree with that, chat. Where is whimsy anymore? Why aren't we doing things for the fun of it anymore? Like, grow up, grow up. For me personally, I'm gonna say C. I wouldn't say no to this. I'm not going out of my way to ask this out. And thus concludes our mosh pit of festive sin that is this channel sometimes. I'm sorry about that. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. If not, I will sick my chat on you. And as you can tell from this video, they are some little freaks. They will mess you up. But all that being said, what have we learned from this video? I think the moral is, why let the haters get you down when you could be going down on that hot piece of ass from Monster Prom? I'm gonna end the video right now, okay? I need a moment. Goodbye, bye.